Hey Sam. I'm glad to see you today. Are you ready for another German word?
Hi Alex. Absolutely, what's the word we're learning today?
Today, we're diving into the verb,
Glauben.
which means to believe.
Interesting. What are some other meanings of
Glauben.
Great question. Besides,
To believe.
it can also mean
To think. To suppose.
the most common usage is definitely.
To believe.
Just a heads up, it can be a false friend with the English word,
Glauben.
which sounds like,
Globe.
but is not related at all.
I appreciate the warning. How do we use
Glauben.
in different tenses?
Let's break it down. In the present tense, you would say,
Ich glaube. Du glaubst.
and,
Glaubt.
for the past tense, in.
Präteritum.
It's,
Ich glaubte.
and in.
Perfekt.
You say.
Ich habe geglaubt.
You can also use it in the imperative form as
Glaub.
for commands.
Okay, I see how that works.
And since it's a regular verb, it follows the simple conjugation pattern. So,
Wir haben geglaubt.
means,
We believed.
right.
Right. That makes sense.
The word
Glauben.
comes from Old High German,
Glauben.
which means
To hold something as true.
over time, it evolved into the modern form we use today. Isn't it fascinating how words change?
It really is. I didn't know that.
Words often reflect cultural shifts, too. For example, beliefs and faith have always been significant in German culture.
How about the structure of
Glauben.
Can we break it down?
Absolutely. The root is,
Laub.
which relates to the idea of holding something. The prefix doesn't change the meaning much but is common in past participles. Since
Glauben.
is not a compound word, we can't break it into more parts, but think of it as holding on to a belief, just like you hold a book.
That's a clever way to remember it.
Now let's explore some similar words. For example, we have,
Glaubwürdig.
which means
Credible. Ungläubig.
Meaning.
Incredulus.
And.
Glaubensbekenntnis.
Which is a declaration of faith.
Wow, that's quite a few.
Yes. Also consider.
Überzeugung.
Which means.
Conviction. Missglauben.
Meaning.
To disbelieve.
And.
Vertraut glauben.
Meaning.
To trust.
I see the connections now.
Let's practice. Imagine you're at a meeting. You might say.
Ich glaube, dass wir heute eine Lösung finden.
I would say.
Ich glaube, dass wir heute eine Lösung finden.
Perfect. Now, imagine you're at the doctor. You might say.
Ich glaube, dass ich krank bin.
I would say.
Ich glaube, dass ich krank bin.
Exactly. Now, how about when traveling? You could say.
Ich glaube, dass wir in diese Stadt fahren sollten.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll try.
Ich glaube, dass wir in diese Stadt fahren sollten.
Nice job. By the way, just a tip on gender.
Glauben.
Is a verb, so it doesn't have a gender, but remember that nouns derived from it, like.
Glaube.
Meaning.
Belief.
Are masculine, so it's.
Der Glaube.
Got it.
When it comes to usage.
Glauben.
Is quite informal, so you can use it in everyday conversations. Typical collocations include.
Ich glaube dir.
Meaning.
I believe you.
And.
Glauben schenken.
Meaning.
To give credence to.
Just be cautious with similar words like.
Denken.
Which means.
To think.
I'll keep that in mind.
Now, let's do a quick recall. What does.
Glauben.
Mean.
It means.
To believe.
Great. Can you give me the present tense form for?
I believe.
That would be.
Ich glaube.
Perfect. How do you say?
I believed.
In the past tense.
Ich glaubte.
Exactly. Now, how about the past participle?
Is it?
Geglaubt.
Yes. What's an example of an imperative form?
It's.
Glaub.
Right.
Correct. Last question, what's a noun derived from?
Glauben.
That would be.
Glaube.
Right.
You nailed it, Sam. Today, we learned that.
Glauben.
Means.
To believe.
Its conjugations, and some interesting related words.
I really enjoyed this session. Thanks for breaking it down so clearly.
You're welcome. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be using
Glauben.
like a pro.